This is your old server. This is my first firewall that died and it will not boot anymore. The motherboard is gone and I'm very sad about it. And I truly believe that this was the smallest full computer in the world, because it had an internal power supply. The only thing missing to complete it was a LEMO connector that goes here, but I never bought it because it was always plugged in. But I truly think that this was fully enclosed, smallest computer in the world.
Is it your creation?
Yes, it is an abomination. Call it as it is. This went through several iterations before I ended up on this one.
Where did you get it?
I bought a motherboard from somewhere and another screwdriver. I bought a case from somewhere else. I bought power supplies from Farnell. Oh, the zip ties. Okay, I see. The zip ties are my biggest enemy here. See?
Ooh.
Zip ties.
Where?
Holding the cable.
Wait, what is this? The case.
This is an ITX case that I put a power supply in.
It's a very small one.
Yes, 12 volt power supply that then goes. You can see some drilled holes for different iterations. It then goes here to a Pico PSU that powers this motherboard, and I love this motherboard, and I have 16 gigs of RAM on that motherboard and it doesn't work. It had two fans and one here, while the SSD was half, or it had a fan here, while the SSD was like here.
Smaller one.
Yes, but then I upgraded to a full-size SSD. Oh yeah, the first iteration actually had a 120mm fan zip tied here,
Oh, from the
drawing
outside.
air. Yes, from the outside.
How does the front look like?
Nothing, it has some buttons. I changed the LEDs to be green because the blue is disgusting. Now the question is, if we put this motherboard in, ooh,
Does it fit?
ooh, look at that clearance here. Ooh,
Yeah, but look at those.
what?
This.
Oh, we have an IO shield for that motherboard, don't worry. So, oh yeah, I made, this does not come with a plug. I put a plug on it. And this is for SATA, obviously. And this is the whole power, this is not the whole power supply. I regret not buying the one that has, this is the like Pico PSU patent pending. I don't know the power of this, but this was enough for this. Okay, so I don't know why this motherboard died.
What did you use it for?
A firewall. It
Ah,
has one WAN, LAN and IPMI. And even the cable has a special routing method. We have two fans. Okay, I think we have two fan headers on that thing.
Small fan.
Yes, and this is oh, it says what it is. Okay. I'm very sad that this motherboard is dead, but I do not know how to bring it back. It does not react to anything.
So you will put a new one.
Yes, this is a server motherboard. You can buy them still off eBay new, even though Ashok Rek is not even though Ashok Rek is not replying to my emails. Hi motherboard, why did you die? If you were pros, I would plug this into another power supply, which I have at my feet. We have a Raspberry Pi that we use to play our music locally. And I'm sick and tired of Raspberry Pis because they always die, because they wore out their SD cards. And the second reason I'm sick and tired of the Raspberry Pis is they have become too expensive. So this, with RAM and everything on it, PCI Express, SATA and etc., is less expensive than a fucking Raspberry Pi. So that is why I'm ditching the Raspberry Pi. Hello case. Okay. I mean, if the power supply died, that is a fixable problem. You're fucking kidding me.
What?
Wait, this is management? You're fucking kidding me.
Right now?
Let's turn it on. Is that on? 00, okay. And I think it stops there, if I remember correctly.
Why does it have those numbers?
Those are post codes. So on server motherboards, you obviously have lights. This is the IPMI watchdog light, heartbeat. This is the power light, and this is the post light. But 00 means that it does not go anywhere. And that is the problem with this motherboard.
You think is dead?
Yeah, I think it is completely dead. Let me borrow one of your RAM sticks. And let me just plug in some RAM. Yeah, no bueno. So this motherboard is very interesting because it's super low profile and it has a 19 volt input, and I think this is a 19 volt input, I'm not sure. So you can power it with an external power brick, and that was my intention. But then I saw that I had some space here, that I had this much space inside, and I was like, well, might as well put power supply in. So yeah, this is dead, unfortunately. So let's see. I need to exchange this. With that one. Now if we take this and put it here. Okay, so this goes here. Remember that. And let's see if we can. Ooh, that is tight. And this is blocking that airflow. Oh, this is connected with zip ties. And this one too. Interesting. One is in the inside, one is in the outside. Why did I do that? Oh, maybe because of this. Yeah, so the... Oh yeah, so this doesn't get into the fans. Okay, and just let me see if this power supply fits here. We have 5 millimeters of space.
Nice.
Beautiful. And yes, this is mains voltage going through a switch. And if this works, I will actually go and buy that Lemo connector.
So this is the new music box.
This will be our new magic music box, yes. That we are going to control with our phones. And I'm really... I mean, I'm not that sad about the Raspberry Pi. It worked for many years. It threw up a few cards, but it is annoying to work with it. Okay. So this thing goes here. And what is the... Okay, power LED is this, apparently. And each power switch, power button is this. Okay. Now we need to put our power supply in front of the fan. Wait. Oh, come on! How will I connect? Oh, I need to turn this fan around. Some more zip tie engineering. Dust this all off.
Where are you putting it now?
Here. Obviously. Yeah, these are the LEDs that I changed, and this has a very fancy front panel. You can put like a USB stick here for a Wi-Fi adapter that lives behind this. And it has an automatic restart function. So when it gets power, this board starts the main board, motherboard. And you can disable the power button, so you cannot turn it off with the power button. Okay. So I need 4 zip ties. Today I learned if you cut the end of the zip ties at a 45-degree angle, you can find them in the dark.
Life hack.
So this has these rubbery things that are useless. We will remove them. So the problem is that these holes are not separated for a fan to be going through it, through them. But hey, we'll have music again. LPs are nice and that, all of that, but
I need a cassette player.
you can have a cassette player whenever you want. I will give you one, you just need to find a place to put it.
Okay, I have only one cassette for now, so...
That one that I gave you?
Yes.
Yeah, you see, you like cassettes, and I like LPs.
Yeah, they're nostalgic for me.
Okay, this will have some airflow. Great. Okay, now I need to fan.
Your hands look huge next to this.
That's what she said.
Yeah, not me.
Okay, fan 1. I think I saw a fan 2 here. She's really stretching this, the limits of this. Oh wow.
It's fun.
Oh,
Wow.
wait.
Wow. Wow.
We can plug this fan here. Just like that.
An extension for this.
No. Wait. I have a plan. Now I remember working in this tiny box with all the stuff that does not belong here. Oh, come on! I need to rotate the fan.
No. Be right back.
Yeah, hold please. Okay, fan is clocked differently. Instead we'll plug in here. We can put the front cover back on somehow. I always forgot how to properly take it off. Okay, so we have some airflow. Okay, so if this goes here, I need the 12 volt rail. Oh, I put a diode here, so we cannot put it backwards. Like that. Great, and now I need this thing. Oh, maybe if we get a really short SSD, we can put it here. I just felt static electricity from your hand to mine.
Yeah.
And we're building a computer. Oh no!
Very close.
The internet told us that we will destroy everything. Okay, and now we can put that here and put... Oh yeah, some light. You forgot to show that light. And you can put this here. Okay, this is coming together somehow. You can stuff this back here to restrict airflow. Oh, okay. Now we need to find a suitable SATA port. Probably the one closest to the power supply, right? Oh, great. Cable. For once in a lifetime, cable is oriented correctly.
Nice.
Okay. So we have our power. We have our SSD. No, wait. This thing goes like this. How do we... Oh, we can make two loop-to-loops. So we make even more interference. And now this is clashing with the SATA cable. Oh, come on. Yeah. Wait, I need my box of SATA cable.
Oh.
Sorry. I need my box of SATA cables.
Yay.
The box of SATA cables. I saw this one. No?
The one, this angle one.
Yes, this is way too long. But it is angled downwards. So but if you plug it into a different port, it needs to go down and around and around. Okay, so down.
And now?
Wait, I'm stinking.
You don't have shorter.
No. Don't worry. We have enough room to put the rest of the cables on.
Oh, yeah, it will go all the way around.
Yes. Okay. What if I don't make loops? Oh,
Just jam it in.
do I look like somebody who just jams it in?
No, sir.
Making another computer together.
Can't believe it.
This is the 4th iteration of your server. We disconnect the setup from here. Nobody builds this small computer anymore.
Too bad. They're so cute.
Yeah, I know, because Intel made the NUC, next unit of computing. I think it was the abbreviation.
They're building laptops. They are small computers.
Yes, you're correct. But can you put a laptop in a box? I mean, yes, you can. But can you make a laptop from the parts that you want? Yes. No.
A bit more space, your box.
We have room here for 2 discs. We can install TrueNAS on this.
For what?
I have no idea. It is just. Will you use the heatsink to hold the cable? Oh yes, heatsink will hold the cable in a loop. It's beautiful. It will squished on the power supply here. Okay. Some M3 screws. More light for you. And we have a tiny PC.
Is it gonna have a name?
That is a good question. I cannot call it a Raspberry Pi. That is a very good question. Okay, now this thing goes smoothly on if you do not have a big ass cable here with 7 zip ties holding it in.
No.
You squish the computer. There you go. And then one M3 bolt holds it all together.
Nice. So cute.
This here.
Power. On. Is it?
Oh yeah, fans are working.
Uh-huh.
It's drawing some air.
Yeah.
It is a very light green here.
Right. Okay.
Okay, now I need to install Ubuntu on it.
Nice.
Is it 120 gigabytes? Is that enough for our music together?
Yes. I reduced my collection.
Okay.
We don't listen everything all the time.
Yeah, I have no idea what is the health of this SSD. But if it dies, it's not a problem to replace it.
Okay. Cool.
And we have all this RAM, and we have this thing that does not work. Why? You're a beautiful motherboard. You could have been a great backup firewall, and yet you do not want to power on. But I'm surprised that we actually better to put your motherboard here.
Yes, everything
Because-
is inside.
Where can we hang this?
I'll see. Okay, so now, next step.
Next step.
Ubuntu.
Yeah, get Ubuntu LTS. Put it on a stick. Boot it from a stick. A lot of command running. And dump the music here. and then we will have it controllable with our phone.
Yay!
But see how, again, it has a power supply inside. So if you had a connector for the cable,
Mm-hmm.
you can just unplug it and you have your whole PC here.
Nice.
And on this motherboard, you can probably stack like 2 or maybe 3 or 4 SSDs one on top of the other.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have a full server in a box.
Awesome.
Actually, this can be your new server
Awesome.
if the SSDs were not that expensive.
Awesome. How big is it? Let's just say.
In liters.
Okay, yeah, liters.
Yeah, it's
whatever.
measured in liters. I'm not sure how big it is.
2.5
No.
or 3.
Less than 2.
Less.
Yeah.
No, it's 2.
Thank you for watching our motherboard swap in our small, I forget where I bought this case. Now we will make a media player from it.
Cool.
And we will use the onboard audio because we're rebels and we hate audio files.
Yeah.
Your office.
The power.
And plug in. Yes, I know that pfSense is loading. Let's just see what happens. So we just swapped the whole system out. The SSD still has pfSense 2.6 on it. And it just wants to know what is the if you tell it what are the network ports, it will just work.
But
we are going to kill it now. 8 gigabytes of RAM. You could have put 16 inside just for the giggles. Target CPU temperature 50 degrees. Yeah. Why does it have a mouse in the BIOS? Oh. So the fans were blasting full speed. It will be in a hot environment. Boot option. There, you boot from USB. Let's try it like this. SATA. Okay, that's great. Save changes as exit. Yes. And what is my boot key? Or do I need to go into the BIOS? I'm not familiar with F11. So let's try USB flash drive. Try or install Ubuntu server. Yes. And why are we using Ubuntu server? Do you know?
I don't know, because Linux.
It works.
Okay.
I don't care which distro it works. It is simple, it works. And it supports audio out, I think. I think. We will see now.
This is the most important thing.
Yes. What does TTY1 mean? TT
TTYL. Talk to you later.
English. Or is now a bit. Why do I have one installer and the other installer is update to the new installer? Why? That is one love.
I know, but I told you what I know.
Okay.
Do it what you want.
Okay, you will need to blur this. Done. Where humans are not expected to log in. Standard. Edit. Manual. Subnet 20. Okay, 255 dot. Oh no. 21 address. Gateway. Name server. Yes, save. Applying changes. Okay. Done. Are we done? No. No proxy. The mirror locations. I do not have a mirror location. Oh, you will need to blur that out too.
Some obscene language right there.
No, that is all.
It's already blurred on my phone, so no worries.
So more or less it is installing now, and when it installs it will pop on the network, and when it pops on the network we can log on to it using SSH.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, whatever, that disk done.
Is that it?
Yeah, it is complaining that it has some. You will install a loss of data. Yes, I will destroy the data. Your name. You can copy on a later screen, but the password is for sudo. Your name. Okay. Why I can't be root? Can I be root? Is that too cheeky? Admin. Your server's name. Jukebox. Pick a username. I don't want a username. Admin is reserved for this use by the system. But I am.
Oh no. Ah. Okay.
What is Ubuntu Pro? Skip. Yes, I want OpenSSH. This is much more complicated than the last time. These are popular snaps in server environment. Don't care, don't care, don't care. I do not want any snaps. I just want Ubuntu server running. Madame MDADM. Stupid names.
Kurt Hooks.
What? Where did you? Oh, Kurt. What the fuck is Kurt and Kurt Hooks? Like some of the names in open source communities are just like, for For fuck's sake, what were you thinking?
People are having fun.
Yes, I know. This will take a while because this is a slow PC, but we will get there.
Okay.
So it installed shitloads of stuff. Reboot now. We take out the failed to unmount CD-ROM. Well, fuck it. I just unmounted it. I think it is booting slowly because we told your server to wait 15 seconds on that screen so you can enter a BIOS without being in a hurry. Yeah, this is much faster than a Raspberry Pi.
Cool.
Something about networks.
Pollinate service.
Pollinate service.
Yeah.
Jukebox login. What? SSH host. Oh, you need to blur that too.
Whatever you do.
Is that my password? Is that my...
Yay!
Yes! Am I root? What is the root password? There. You can unblur now. Is it online? Yes. Sudo shut down minus now. Is that the correct shutdown procedure? Yes, it is.
Cool.
Okay, it's on the network.
Yay! It
We don't
works.
need this anymore.
Cool.
We don't need this anymore.
Okay, what now?
We can actually put it in the closet.
Yay!
That was a little bit unexpected but easy.
We made a magic box.
Yes, it's a magic box. After this, I'm going to need to be a plumber.
Why?
Because our
faucet.
has failed us. Okay, where can we connect that? Okay, you will live here forever.
Next to this one.
Yes. Are you in? You're in. Okay.
What did you do?
I curled it. I plugged it into a power distribution unit that lives on the back of the plank. And now we can steal. Okay, a Raspberry Pi is going offline forever. And we can steal its network toward the top. Okay. And we need to steal the Raspberry Pi audio output that goes... Oh, where does it go? It goes all the way up. And what happens up there? Oh, it curls up. Of course it curls up. If I just unplug it. Okay. And green one goes to the green one, yes. Great success, yes.
This is so bad footage.
Why? You will show it at the end. It will be pretty at the end, I promise. The Jukebox lives here. It's connected to the network from the Raspberry Pi. It's connected to the power to that PDU there. And it's connected to that audio cable. That audio cable that goes round and around and transitions into a network cable. Yes! We are running audio over network. Why? because this is just a wire. It doesn't care what goes through it. So you can push analog signals through it without any problems to the speakers that are in completely different spot in the house. See? You can make a lot of bad stuff when you know what you're doing. And all you have to do is plop this on and push the button. And it should appear on the network. Somewhere on the network. There you go. Well, I explained everything.
Okay, that's it. Bye.
Bye. We realized that we did not show how this thing actually works, the Magic Music Box. On the server, you install Music Player Daemon, configure it to run in boot, and point it to your music collection, a folder, a directory. And get an old shitty Android phone, connect it to the same network or another network, and then route it and port forward it, whatever you need. And you connect your Android application, which we use MPD. There are some others, to connect to your server, and then you can browse your whole music collection. And then you can find something very obscure. And now the thing is, when you click on it, nothing happens, because you have added it to the current playlist. There is only one song in the playlist. You can add the whole album. Add and replace current playlist. Add, replace, and play. So now I have added the whole album. You can add the whole collection if you want. And then if you click on it, it starts to play some copyright-free music in the playlist.
In the playlist, yeah.
Yeah. And you can connect to it over VPN, you can connect to it from another VLAN, you can do whatever you want. You need a smarter firewall to do that. But if you just have one access point and a flat network, it will work. You point this to the music box,
which has speakers connected to it.
You connect analog speakers to it, and then it just plays whatever you give it to play.
It's pretty cool because your server can be somewhere in another room, and your speakers can be in another, and you have just this thing as like
as a
remote control. It's pretty cool.
And you can have multiple servers and switch between rooms. And stuff like that.
Cool.
And another positive thing is, when I'm trying to get your attention, but you're not looking at your phone, I connect to the music box, to the jukebox, and play some Doom soundtrack music, and then immediately you look at your phone because you know something is up.
Yeah, this is when I'm at home.
Yes,
and you're not.
And when I'm working. Yeah. So yeah, build your own. Use some hardware. It can be as old as you want, and you can build some cool shit. Start simple.
Yeah, reuse your shit.
Reduce, recycle, reanimate.
Yes.
Until it dies, and then reanimate it again in another form.
Oh, okay, bye.
Bye.